but we lost 15 minutes of class time, maybe 20. So we're missing 15 to 20. Do you need one? That's fine. Just give them to you later. 15 minutes or 20 minutes we lost, so we need to get rolling. So what we don't finish is going to be homework. Got it? So whatever we don't finish today is going to be homework. I do not want you going ahead, though, because I want to gain the benefit of doing the problem. So what you don't finish is going to be homework. There is a quiz tomorrow, right? The test is on Wednesday. Alex, I've got some examples there of the work. Of course, this is how our notes look already. And so let's go ahead and work through the problems. I want you to do number 1 and number 2 and stop. All right, I'm going to pause the video. So if you're watching at home, you should pause the video, do number 1 and 2, and then restart the video. Your pencils down and pens down. Okay, every pencil or every pen down. I want you to just watch. Okay, so on the first one, you should have said I need to move the -4 first by adding a +4 to both sides. Again, no pencils, just keep them down. Just want you to watch. So you should have had -2 or 2/5 x equals 10. Your next step should have been to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. That's a 5/2. The 2's divide out, the 5's divide out. We've isolated our variable. On this one, 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So how many had x equals 25 in the first one? Okay. So if that's the case, you correctly assess that. The second one, again, pens down, pencils down. In this time, the first thing you want to move is the +4 by adding a -4 to both sides. So you have the 3/7 y, and be careful here. Hopefully you had a -9. 5 negatives and 4 more negatives, 9 negatives. Now I want to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, which is a 7/3. That's going to allow me on the left to isolate my variable. Again, I can divide a -9 by a +3. That's a -3 times 1. And those of you that had time, how many got y equals -21? Okay, so see, that's the work on these, right? And we get to doing the same thing over and over again. Move something added, move something multiplied. Okay, do 3 at the bottom and 4 at the top and stop. Do 3 and 4 and stop. Again, you at home should pause the video so you can do 3 and 4 and then turn it on to see the answers. Okay, so again, I'm not sure if you had time to finish both. That's okay. Just put your pens down, pencils down, and let me talk you through it again. Just watch, right? So on this first one, again, you want to move the -4. You're going to add a +4 to both sides. So I have the -a/3, and it equals, be careful here, 7 negatives, 4 positives, leaves you 3 negatives. Now on this one, you should multiply both sides by 3/-1. You got to have that negative, because if you don't, you're going to get it wrong. See, again, it's like a -1 there, and those divide out, and the 3's divide out to isolate your variable. So this thing should be a +9. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. How many got +9? Okay, and the rest of you, if you didn't, take a look at what got you, right? Analyze where your problem was and correct it. So you can see 4 is very similar. Difference is we're going to add a -3 to both sides on this one. We're going to end up with -n/5 equals a 7. We're going to multiply both sides by 5/-1. And so on this one, we get n equals positive divided by a negative is a negative, and -35. So I know a lot of you didn't have time for that one. Those you did, how many got that one correct? Okay, good. So again, just good practices, and you'll be in good shape. All right, 5 and 6 are similar, but a little bit different. So again, at home, pause and work 5 and 6. Okay, again, for time's sake, it's fine if you're not done. Just put your pencils down and let's watch. So again, remember, we're isolating the variable, going to get it all by itself on one side of the equal sign. So that's that x right there, right? When you have both quantities added and multiplied, move the thing added first by adding its opposite. So you can add a -7 to both sides, right? Be careful here. Some students forget the negative sign there. It's a -4x, right? And on the right, then you get 11. Okay, on this one, we can now divide both sides by -4 using the shortcut. That is going to allow us to isolate the variable. It's got to be a -4, though. And now, whenever you have a positive divided by a negative, put the negative in the top. and you get negative 11/4. How many had that correct? Okay. And again, where you missed it, you have to take note. What got me? What part of it is the part that I missed? Again, a lot of people forget the negative sign and put 4x instead of negative 4x. You can see 6 is a similar problem. Add a negative 15 to both sides. Again, you have a negative 7n, and that's going to equal a negative 3. Now again, I can do the shortcut, divide both sides by negative 7. The way I'd finish this is a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and n equals 7/3. How many got that one correct? Okay, let me make you aware of something. I quickly changed this on Thursday last week, and I noticed I did a couple stupid things. One is my numbering is goofy, right? On the left, I go 7, 8, 9, 13. All right, 10's up at the top again, 11, 12, and then look, I have two 13s. So cross out that second 13, all right? No need doing the same problem twice. All right, so I want you guys to finish the back, and then we'll go over this tomorrow in class, and then take your quiz, and your test will be on Wednesday, all right? So finish worksheet, and you are dismissed to lunch.